The following program is a PodcastOne.com production. He started in a small town in Texas. Worked his ass off to become one of the most famous wrestlers of all time.
We're going to take care of business tonight, and that's the bottom line.
And now he's dominating the world of on-demand audio. And he's doing it for the working man.
This is a damn good outlet for me to spew the bullshit off my brain.
Yeah! This is the Steve Austin Show. Unleashed.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Steve Austin Show. I am coming to you from the mean streets of Los Angeles, California today. I'm sitting over here in my personal chair with my legs kicked up on an ottoman and my laptop computer in my lap. That's why they call it a laptop computer if you ain't figured it out yet. Goddamn, it's about the fourth time I did this open. Everything keeps going wrong, from my lawn mowing guys to construction next door. Then my wife sends me a text message, can you come next door, pick out some interior lights, pick out some exterior lights, all kinds of bullshit. I go over there, we pick out the lights, I come back over here, try to start the podcast up. Hershey's in here with me, she's sleeping like a baby. All of a sudden, right in the middle of trying to get my goddamn open end, she goes and starts scratching on the door. She wants out. So I said, well, fuck it. So I hit the pause button, re-record the lines, and all of a sudden, Hershey's scratching on the outside of the door. She wants back in the room. God damn it, Hershey, make up your fucking mind. I love that dog. I rescued her when she was a year and a half old in Cotulla, Texas, down there in South Texas, where I used to hunt with my buddy. And she is the greatest dog in the world. But you talk about a pain in the neck. And my buddy that I bought her from, he says, Steve, that dog is a pain in the ass because she just loves attention. Of course, y'all know me and her, she are thick as thieves. She hunts with me during deer season, goes everywhere with me in my Kawasaki mule. But God damn it, she is something else. Took her to the vet the other day, get her a follow-up on her walking pneumonia visit. Took some more chest x-rays, and we went and saw an oncologist, a dog oncologist. Thought maybe she had a tumor in her lungs. Turns out maybe her lung kind of collapsed a little bit and maybe walled off an infection. So nonetheless, Hershey, my prized chocolate lab, is on another course of antibiotics to see if we can finally end this thing and get her all the way back to complete 100% healthy Hershey. I'll tell you what, I love that dog to death, but she is a pain in the ass. Hershey, come in here, you pain in the neck. She sleeps right at my feet on the bed. And last night, every night for the last goddamn week, I ain't got no room in a king-size bed. Moolah's in the bed, Hershey's in the bed, my wife's over there on her side of the bed. She's almost about to fall off. I'm about to fall off. I done told my wife, I said, when we get the house next door, 316 Gimmick Street, remodeled, where we live, we're going to have to go to a mattress manufacturer. And y'all heard about the California king-size mattress? Fuck a California king. I want a goddamn Texas king. The biggest goddamn, I don't want a mattress shaped like Texas. I want the biggest goddamn mattress a motherfucker can make. I want an Andre the Giant size mattress. Fuck a king size. Fuck a California king. I want a goddamn global icon and a national treasure king mattress up in this motherfucker. So finally, after working my ass off all my goddamn life to pay my bills, I want to be able to lay down on my bed with a little bit of goddamn room with my wife, my dogs, my family, and get a good night's sleep without having to fight for every inch of real estate on that son of a bitch. But I digress. Shit. Oh, what else is going on? Let me tell you another little clusterfuck is going on over here. Moolah, our silver lab, she's 4 years old. Fixing to be 4 years old anyway. She got diarrhea. She's shitting like a crippled goose. God damn, I've seen some screaming shits before, but this summit takes the case. I don't know what to fucking do. She's shitting so goddamn bad, it's unbelievable. So we got an appointment to go see the doctor. And man, I've been out there in the backyard Over here at 317 Gimmick Street, the little backyard we got, the house we're renting while the remodel on 316 is getting done. Little bitty-ass backyard. Hell, that's Los Angeles for you. If she was shitting like a crippled goose at the Broken Skull Ranch, I'd still take her to the vet. But the chances would be less that I would be stepping in all that shit because we got a bigger damn yard. Anyway, Moolah's screaming like a goddamn... Anyway, Moolah's shitting like a crippled goose. We took her in to see the goddamn doctor and give her some pills to take. And trying to give her pills when we got down from the vet. And this morning, when she got up, and you can kayfabe that pill in a pile of dog food, kayfabe in some cheese, some cottage cheese, or whatever you put it in, she'll sift through it in her mouth and then spit the pill out. That's how smart that little motherfucker is. Moolah is smart. She's always been smart. I dare say she's a little smarter than Hershey, and it's hard to say that because Hershey's my baby. But goddamn, Moolah is just smart. I guarantee if I gave her a calculator, she could probably come up with a formula that says E equals MC squared, just like Albert Einstein. That's how smart this dog is. So I got to be real creative in trying to get her away to swallow a goddamn pill. A pill that's going to stop her up and heal her from shitting like a crippled goose. Because when a dog's got the screaming shits, you know, all over the goddamn backyard, I got to go pull leaves off all the little trees back here. And luckily, we got a bunch of foliage here in the backyard. So I pull a bunch of leaves off, put it in the piles of shit. And my wife, my illustrious wife, Kristen, comes up with the magic answer. Well, why don't you just use the water hose and wash the shit into the ground? I said, honey, I've already thought about that. But have you ever seen the water hose in the back? I said, honey, I've already thought about that. But have you ever seen that water hose in the backyard? She goes, yeah, what about it? I said, that motherfucker's only 10 foot long. I'm fixing to load my ass up in my Ford Bronco, go down to Home Depot, and shit. That little yard back there is probably 20 yards deep and maybe 12 or 15 yards wide. Maybe. I'm going to get a goddamn 100-foot water hose so I can wash my goddamn neighbor's dog shit off their fucking yard. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be able to wash the shit off the backyard, the front yard, the sides of the house, wherever the fuck I want to. And I'm going to get one of them handy-dandy super spray nozzles to wash all the shit off the blades of grass so that I don't walk on them and get fucking shit all over my shoes. It's easy to avoid the splatters that are coming out of Moolah's ass. Hershey, on the other hand, as I was walking out there trying to cover up all of Moolah's spray shits with leaves, sure enough, I stepped in another pile of Hershey shit, kayfabed up underneath them blades of grass, walked back in the house, tracked shit in the house, and my wife said, I thought you were going to use those sandals by the back door as your outdoor shoes. And I said, I was. I'm just too fucking stupid and lazy to put them on the bottom of my feet. You know you're lazy when you're too lazy to take off your existing flip-flops to put on your outdoor flip-flops. How easy is that? It ain't like unlacing a pair of tennis shoes, taking your socks off, and putting another set of damn flip-flops on. I'm just taking a pair of flip-flops off to put on another pair of flip-flops. But I figured, nah, man, shit, as stealthy and as fleet-footed as I am, as athletic and agile as I am, I ain't gonna step on no dog shit. Well, I stepped right in the middle of a pile and I paid the fucking price. While I was back there, I noticed the hummingbird feeders. Hummingbirds been flying in the backyard lately. I like hummingbirds. They're pretty. They're fun to look at. I never knew why they call them hummingbirds because I ain't never once in all my 52 years of growing up heard a hummingbird hum a song. Hell, if I'd ever been out there in the backyard and shit, just a hummingbird out of the blue start humming Kumbaya. So I looked it up on Wikipedia. Why the hummingbird, how the hummingbird got its name. The hummingbird don't hum songs. Hell, it got a beak on it, a bill, whatever you want to call it, for sucking out the nectar on them flowers or eating the juice out of a hummingbird feeder, the sugar water. The hummingbird got its name because it makes a humming sound because it beats its wings so goddamn fast. Their hearts beat up to 2,000 beats a minute sometimes. The metabolism is through the roof. The only bird that can fly forwards, backwards, up, down, and backwards. Shit. The hummingbird's a handy mobile motherfucker. Got the fastest metabolism known to man other than an insect. I got all these facts off reading Wikipedia. I could throw some more hummingbird facts at you if I wanted to, but I don't. Fucking hummingbirds. I'm going to go to Home Depot, and while I get that 100-foot water hose with the handy-dandy super spray nozzle attachment on it, I'm going to go get some hummingbird feeders. And when I was reading all the facts about the hummingbirds, I filled up the 2 existing ones back there, washed them all out, got the shit out of them, and put some of that damn red sugar water we got at the store yesterday in there. And Wikipedia says, or the hummingbird fact thing says, don't put the red dye in there. That's bad for them. Don't use Sweet and Low. Don't use Splenda. Don't use Equal. Use regular table sugar. Boil it for a cunt here and some water, and then mix it at a 4-to-1 ratio and put it in the goddamn hummingbird feeder. So hummingbirds, shit, you just got to figure they'd be lucky to get some sugar water. But they won't look a gift horse in the mouth. And now it's like me ordering a margarita over at the little club I belong to. It's just like a Broken Skull Ranch margarita. They want those motherfuckers made right. So the sugar water is just like a Broken Skull Ranch margarita is to me. They real picky. So I'm going to go out there to Home Depot. I'm going to buy me a couple of hummingbird feeders, boil some sugar water, fill those cocksuckers up, and just sit back in my backyard with my outdoor flip-flops on and watch the hummingbirds sip their sugar water because their goddamn fast metabolism requires them to eat so much. And when they go to sleep, here's one for you. When they go to sleep at night, they kind of go into a hibernation state to slow the caloric burn down. It's unbelievable. Hell, I figured if a hummingbird was big enough, I'd get a transfusion from some hummingbird blood into my system so I wouldn't be so goddamn fat around the drum. If I had the metabolism of a goddamn hummingbird, shit, I'd be about 2% body fat. I told my wife, shit, that hummingbird water looks so good, maybe I'll drink some. Next thing you know, I'll be sitting in a limb of a tree back in the back, humming, flapping my wings, and fall out the goddamn tree onto the ground. My wife got to call 911. Here comes the fire department. The same fire department came over to the house a while ago because they thought my damn house was on fire because ADT said my house is on fire because the guys doing a remodel done tripped off the smoke detectors. I said, well, what happened to him? Was he in the backyard trimming trees, working out here? No, he thought it was a hummingbird, was going to take off and fly south, and promptly fell on the ground after flapping his arms at 100 miles an hour. Yeah, that's the kind of luck I'd have. Well, fuck it. Hey, man, that's enough of the bullshit that's going on over here at 317 Gimmick Street, and all the bullshit I said is true. Hershey's getting better. I owe you a beer because my phone went off. Hershey's getting better. We got her on another course of antibiotics for that lung. Moolah has a screaming shits. I'm trying to kayfabe her pills to get her goddamn well. She'd have made a shitty wrestler because I ain't never seen hardly any wrestlers had a hard time taking pills. Moolah would have been the shits as a pro wrestler. So we're trying to get her well. I washed off the 2 hummingbird feeders out there. My wife made some red sugar water we got at the store the other day. I'm going to go buy 2 more hummingbird feeders. And if you go buy some hummingbird feeders, hummingbirds like those feeders to be placed at a pretty good distance from the other feeder so that one bully hummingbird don't roost everybody out and try to claim both feeders. So if you do what I do and you're making your backyard or your front yard more hummingbird friendly, spread the feeders out so one bird doesn't dominate the whole cocksucker. Shit. The kind of tips, the kind of advice you get on this award-winning podcast that ain't never won shit are sometimes priceless. Fuck. My guest today is a guy named Tom Finn. I had never met Tom Finn until I started seeing his shit on Twitter and on his Instagram account, Huck Finn Barbell. Dude's out of Illinois. And how'd I meet this dude? Well, turns out a former friend of mine, my old training partner when I came to Los Angeles. We used to train at World Gym on Lincoln and Washington. Used to train our asses off. He's back in Illinois, moved back to stay with his parents and help them out. And hooked me up with this guy, crazy motherfucker. Check out Huck Finn Barbell on Instagram. He's funny as fuck. Strong as a motherfucker. Goddamn one of the strongest powerlifters in the United States of America. We're just going to shoot the breeze, talk shit, talk about Instagram, some of the stuff he's got going on. Yeah, hell, he's a security guard at a maximum, what do you call it, a maximum risk security guard, whatever it is, maximum security prison. That's what he is. He's a prison guard over there. Funny as fuck. He's a big wrestling fan. Used to watch wrestling in his living room with his dad growing up out there in Illinois. And came by the house a couple weeks ago. We chopped it up, shoot the shit about training heavy, doing stupid shit on Instagram. And he's my guest today. And he was out here in Los Angeles with a couple of his sponsors. And we shot the breeze over here, and that's a conversation you're going to hear over here. And today, before we get into the podcast, I got to take care of some biznatch. And that biznatch is putting a little extra cash in your wallet because March Madness is coming up fast. And I know y'all are thinking about your brackets, and you're not the only ones. BetDSI is going to have $1 million bracket contest, and they know that picking a perfect bracket is damn near impossible, so they're also adding guaranteed prizes for best over March Madness bracket performances. You ain't got to be perfect to win some cash. BetDSI is also giving you free entry into this March Madness contest. Just register at betdsi.com and use my promo code Austin25. That's my last name, Austin, and the number 25. And you ain't got to worry about playing at BetDSI. They've been in the business over 20 years and are the top-rated business on sportsbook review sites. They got great customer service available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And right now, when you register at BetDSI and use my promo code Austin25, you'll get $25 for free and a 200% bonus with your first deposit. BetDSI has live in-game wagering so you can make plays throughout the game. So yeah, you can bet on March Madness games while they're live and running. So get in on this action. Register at betdsi.com and use my promo code Austin25. That's my last name, Austin, and the number 25 to get $25 free and a 200% bonus with your first deposit. That's betdsi.com and use the promo code Austin25.
All right, it's March, which means it's time for the madness. And it's crunch time in the NBA. So you know we got it all covered on the big podcast with me, Shaq.
And we're way more than just sports, Shaquille. So be prepared to laugh, folks, as we bring you the best basketball coverage, the biggest names in hoops, like Kevin Garnett, Chris Paul, Dick Vitale, Grant Hill, Chris Webber, and many, many more.
The big podcast with Shaq. Check us out with new episodes every Monday at PodcastOne.com.
This is Steve Austin Unleashed.
All right, I'm sitting here with Tom Finn. We're here at 317 Gimmick Street. If there's some noise, it's because my wife is coming and going and leaving. The dogs are going crazy, and they're beating the shit out of my house next door. You hear them over at Tom? They're remodeling my crib.
What's going on, Steve Austin? I hear everything, brother.
I'm glad to hear you over here. You was late getting here. I want to let you know right here, right now, you're the first guest to ever be late on my show.
I feel like complete shit.
Yeah, and I saw your damn tweet you sent from Gold's Gym. You're training jacks, trying to come here with some 21-inch guns and intimidate me. It didn't work. You're late. You owe me $20.
I'll give you
20. Pay me after the podcast.
I'll give you 20 push-ups right now.
20 push-ups right now?
Yep.
Someone have to come hold your microphone. Keep the microphone, stay right there. I know you'll do all these feats of strength. What in the fuck you doing out here in L.A.?
Well, we're supposed to be doing some feats of strength out here at Muscle Beach. I got a couple ideas up my head, and the 8-man guys are filming me.
Tell me about the 8-man guys. What is that?
8-Man Strong is a clothing line that sponsors me. We're out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
They're really big in the powerlifting community. Help me out a lot, and they got great clothing, man. This is the only fucking shirts I ever wear.
You didn't bring me an 8-man Strong shirt?
I got one right over there, a gray one.
All right, I got you a Broken Skull Ranch hat.
Oh, hell
okay,
yeah.
It's going to be a fair trade-off here. Fuck the push-ups, and I ain't going to throw you out the window either.
Thank God.
Hey, man, I've been looking on your Instagram account, and if you look at Tom on Instagram, it's Huck Finn Barbell, Huck, F-I-N-N Barbell, and goddamn, you do some crazy-ass shit. Why? Do you? You're 34 years old, right?
Yes.
Need something to do? You bored?
Oh, I'm a prison guard.
Like to have fun?
Yeah, well, I'm a prison guard. I see a lot of, stupid shit at work all the time. It's a very depressing place.
Tell me about the kind of stupid shit you see working at a prison.
I'll tell you about my first day. It was it's crazy. I walk in there. I'm in the north house of this prison in Illinois. It's a Max joint, Pontiac. I come in there. I walk the gallery. First guy I see is eating his own shit. Swear to God, true story. Guy's eating his own shit. You know, I walk back to where the lieutenant's office is. They're like, yeah, it's pretty quiet in here today, huh? I go, are you kidding me? Quiet? I saw a guy eat his own shit. If this is quiet, I don't want to know what, not quiet is.
Well, it was quiet. He was just quietly eating his shit.
Yeah, that might be true.
Did you ever ask the guy why he was eating shit?
I did not.
Was he that hungry?
He must have been. I don't know. I don't think these guys
how'd you decide, hey, man, I'm going to be a prison guard?
I don't know. I just decided the job was open, and I was like, prison guard sounds like a decent job.
Tell me about the training that goes into something like that, because it sounds like, that's a dangerous environment. Obviously, you got to know how to protect yourself. You happen to be strong as fuck. Not everybody else is. So what do you got to learn to be a prison guard?
Well, you don't really got to learn much to be a prison guard. You just got to pass a couple tests.
What about self-defense and stuff like that? They don't teach you all that. A couple of tricks of the trade. Some sugar holes, some cheap shots. What?
A couple cheap shots, a chokehold, and that's about it. That's all you learn at the academy,
So how long was the academy?
6 weeks. I went 6 weeks to the academy. They feed you dog shit. I snuck my own protein bars in. You can't bring any of that in. Then competed that last week out of, no sleep, no food, no nothing. Total 1,900 that Saturday. So
why are they going to feed you dog shit?
It's state food. State food's bullshit,
Oh, okay. So what, they're just getting you used to what you're going to be through, or what?
Yeah, you're going to act like you're a prisoner, This is what the prisoners eat. This is what you're going to eat.
Hey, man, Shawshank Redemption is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I just watched that because of Karen the other day.
Even when it comes on TV, with the commercials. I got it on DVD, but I still watch the damn thing. Anything like that. Now, obviously, Andy Dufresne's not going to, tunnel through the wall, in 16 whatever years it took him to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you ever get any breakout attempts up there?
Well,
it's max security, right?
Yeah. There's been a couple I've heard of, but I can't really talk about. So
gosh, we can talk about it after we hit the stop button on the podcast. Yeah. So, but what is this? How many people in there? How many inmates?
I think there's about 1,200, maybe 1,200 inmates.
What about you guys ever go in there and search the cells, look for shanks, all the stuff?
Yeah.
So that's standard protocol.
Standard protocols, cell searches. You find shanks all the time in there. There was a shank they found last week. I was just in there. Some guy got shanked right in the face. Now,
what are they making these things out of? Because they get real creative.
Toothbrushes, nail clippers, fan blades. Fan blades is a big one. Stupid shit like that.
Hey, let me see. You compete in powerlifting.
Yep.
You ain't been doing it that long. You've been lifting for a long time.
Yeah.
But you haven't really been competing that long. So I was watching one of your podcasts with Mark Bell over at Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West of Sacramento. And you start talking about C.T. Fletcher. C.T. Fletcher's a friend of mine. He's always talking about prison training.
Yeah.
And, just short, quick reps, stuff like that. Yeah. Tell me about there in the yard over there where you work. Y'all got a weight sets, a bunch of weight sets for the inmates. Do they train, and how are they training over there?
Well,
you never get a chance to check him out because you're a weight guy yourself.
Oh, they're always hollering at me, Hey, Finn, get over here. Show us what you got. It's only the PC guys got yard. I'm in a max joint. The guys I'm with is in the North House. It's Seg. They have nothing. So they're doing push-ups, sit-ups. They're filling their bags up with water and shit, doing curls with, books, stupid shit like that,
When you're motivated because, like to compete, you want to try to set some records, get noticed, have success. What motivates these guys? It's just time on their hands, because I don't imagine that every prisoner comes in there as a fitness freak. They do something, maybe it's out of boredom, or they need to be strong to survive. What the fuck?
I assume it's out of boredom, probably. I have no idea with those guys. The guys that I'm with day in and day out in the North House, they're not all there. Most of them, they're mass murderers. They're rapists, shit like that.
So how do they know about you? Do they have access to the internet? They see your exploits. They can see you're jacked up. You're probably wearing long sleeve shirts and stuff like that.
Well, they call me Steve Austin when I get on the gallery. Hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin's on the gallery right now.
Dude, I was watching one of your videos. We'll go back to this, but I was sitting there. You look a little bit like me, but I was also thinking, if me and Rob Van Dam had a kid, because you got some Van Dam kind of eyes and features, so a little bit like Rob Van Dam, and me. So it's almost about a 50-50 blend.
So that's if you guys had a baby, yeah.
God damn it. I go in there whoop some ass. He could do the martial arts stuff and the flying shit that he does.
Yeah.
Money.
Hell yeah.
34 years old. You need to go down to WWE Performance Center right now.
I'm telling you, they contacted me several times in the last 8 months.
Bullshit.
Yeah, after the Arnold last year, they contacted me, gave me a date, May something. Then I tore my pec 2 weeks before. Then I didn't hear from them again for 4 months. They contacted me again. Okay, we got you, February 2nd through the 4th. There's another blah, 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 whatever. Were you flying out of all the bullshit? Then I didn't hear from them again.
Well, you didn't take the plunge? You was torn pec or what? You didn't take the plunge to take the flight and go down to the...
They never even offered me a flight after that.
Oh, okay.
So, and then when they recontacted me, I figured I was ready as, let's go. I'm healthy. I'm ready to go. And then they never gave me dates, nothing after that. Like, never contacted me 2 months after that. So,
man, 34.
I'm just fucking wasting time over here, man.
As far as a human being goes, I mean, dude, you're still a young cat. You got a bunch of good years left. As far as trying to get into the business of pro wrestling, you might call it sports entertainment. I'll refer to it as pro wrestling. Yeah, man, all of a sudden you look at trying to learn the business 2 years and 3 years. Okay, then you're going to be ready to go. Maybe a year. They're really leaning on guys to come out of that performance center earlier than they need to be. But that's where the business is moving so fast. Your window of opportunity is starting to close.
Well, when DDP come in? He's 35, right?
One of the hardest working guys I ever met in that business. And we used to travel together. Me, Diamond Dallas Page, and Mick Foley. And Diamond Dallas Page was ahead of his time. He was one of those guys, he would bring a little video camera. He goes, bro. That's Dallas. He always says, bro.
Yeah.
Dallas, if you say bro one more time, bro, can you hold my camera? Can you film a match? So we'd be over filming his match, me and Flying Brian. And we'd be doing color commentary like Gordon Soley. Anyway, we'd go to the hotel room. He'd hook up his camera, and then we'd nitpick his match. Tell him what he did right, what he did wrong, what he could improve upon. But, man, he was a manager before, and then he got into the business and worked his ass off. So it could still happen.
Yeah. Well.
And now he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's what I heard the other night.
When I came out to Los Angeles, he had a condo in Playa Vista right down the road. He goes, bro, come on out. Because I'd been retired from the business. I was out for 3 years. I said, man, I got to get another job. I got to do something. So I came out here. He goes, hey, you can live with me. You just pay me $1,000 a month for rent. Yeah. So I moved in with Dallas. Every morning when I got up, he'd be down there working on DDP yoga. Yeah. And I'm like, what in the fuck are you doing with this yoga thing? He goes, bro, I'm telling you, one of these days it's going to hit. Yeah. It hit. So, Dallas, congratulations on going to the Hall of Fame, and congratulations on all the success you've made with DDP Yoga. Back to you.
Diamond cutter.
Okay, you did a diamond cutter on a dude in the gym the other day. I think he was wearing an Austin shirt, so it's supposed to be like you just done about a 40-inch vertical.
Oh, yeah.
What was that vertical?
I jumped on a couple boxes up in the air.
Yeah, but that's pretty good height.
It was. I can dunk a basketball.
Yeah.
I'm 5'11" on a good day. I can dunk a So anyways, I jumped up, hit that. The guy came in, shook my hand. Boom, diamond cutter.
He laid out for it perfectly.
Holy shit. Move. Hat went flying off. Oh, it was great.
Hey, so when did you, I know you, rough and tumble household, where you grew up with your dad. Your dad got you into lifting weights. Y'all was lifting, watching wrestling, shit like that. So who'd you grow up watching? You're quite a bit younger than me. I'm not asking for a self-plug here, but what were y'all tuned into? WWF, WCW, what was it?
When it originally started, man, I was a huge Hulk Hogan fan for sure. When I was real young. Hulk Hogan all the way, and then it turned into the, high school years or so. Stone Cold by far. I mean, obviously, if you look at all my stuff, Stone Cold's my hero. I'm sitting here talking to that sumbitch right now. And I didn't like The Rock. I didn't like any of those guys. Stone Cold's all day long.
But you were doing a step across the gym, so you're obviously a Ric Flair fan as
I'm a huge Ric Flair fan, too, yeah.
Ric Flair, woo! To me, he's the greatest pro wrestler ever did. He's my favorite. So what did you like about the business back in the day?
I liked the ass kicking from you, man, and the beer drinking, the flicking off, the everything. I mean, I copied it. I'm copying it right now while I'm powerlifting. I'm chugging beers. I'm fucking doing a 1,900-pound total in less than 30 seconds while chugging your beer in between.
Hey, I got a backstory for you. Okay, talk to people about what a 1,900-pound total is, because a lot of my fans come from the wrestling world. Mm-hmm. Obviously, a lot of people from bodybuilding and powerlifting as well, but powerlifting is the total of lifting 3 big lifts.
Squat, bench, and deadlift.
Okay, and then you add those up. So you did a 1,900-pound total. Now, this isn't a training session. This is not your best.
That was in 30 seconds.
Right, in 30 seconds. So 1,900-pound total in 30 seconds. But from the word I heard was you came in there, you did your 1,900, and then you hauled ass.
Yes.
So you left a bunch of plates on the bars.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, you did.
Dan tell on me?
Busted. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I can't do anything in that gym anymore. I'm like, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Took me 1 minute and I'm out of there.
See, here's the thing. You just got back from Gold's Gym, the Mecca.
Yeah.
And there's one thing.
First time.
You know, dude, as long as you've been a damn muscle head or power lifter, whatever you want to call it, grunting away in the gym, you know, rule number one.
Pick up your weights.
Pick up your weights. Yeah. Rack your fucking plates. Put your dumbbells back on the rack. And it's one thing when some son of a bitch leaves 225 or 315 on a flat bench. That's either 4 or 6 wheels.
700 pounds.
When you're talking about 1,900 pounds on 3 bars, that's a goddamn lot of work.
Yeah. I think he was lying.
No. You busted. I heard you had some heat on you.
Son of a bitch.
Don't do it again, Tom.
Won't happen again, Dan.
Hey, where do you fly out of when you go to Aurora?
When I go to Aurora?
Yeah, I mean, isn't that where the gym's based out of?
The gym's based out of Aurora.
So you flying out of Chicago, O'Hare?
Yeah, O'Hare. We fly out of O'Hare.
How far is that?
I don't know, 30 minutes.
Okay.
About
Well,
30
I
minutes.
just want to know because there would be a flight to LAX to O'Hare for me to drive 30 minutes to whip your ass if you leave the weights on the bar again. This is bullshit, man. Dan, thank you for the heads up on that. That racking 1,900 pounds. Now, I can understand you leaving 1,500 laying around, but not 19. You're pushing the limits there.
I am. Push my luck.
I will fly down there.
Well, I'm going to leave 1,900 pounds on the bar again, just to get you to fly down there and give me a stone cold stunner.
We're going to get back to the stunner, and we're going to talk about your regular workout schedule and nutrition. But first, we're going to help all the Steve Austin Show listeners with their nutrition, specifically your snacking choices. And that snacking solution is NatureBox.com. NatureBox makes snacks that actually taste great and are better for you. They're made with high-quality ingredients that don't have any artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners. And they got something for everyone. They got snacks like Nutty Power Clusters, dried mango, and dark chocolate almonds. They also got gluten-free snacks and vegan snacks. And NatureBox recently improved their service. Now you can order as much as you want, as often as you want, with no minimum purchase required, and you can cancel anytime. So go to naturebox.com/Austin and check out their snacks catalog. There are over 100 snacks to choose from, and they're always adding new snacks as well. Just choose the ones you like, and they'll deliver them right to your door. And if you ever try a snack that you don't like, NatureBox will replace it for free. And right now, you'll save even more. NatureBox is offering 50% off your first order when you go to naturebox.com/Austin. That's naturebox.com/Austin for 50% off your first order. naturebox.com/Austin.
Steve Austin. Unleashed.
Hey, man, when did you start getting real serious about powerlifting? Because you played high school football. You was All-State?
All-State in high school.
Defensive end or linebacker? Outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker. Got a 15 on my ACT, which is very bad if anybody knows anything about an ACT score. They said a monkey could do better than that. So I got a lot of letters, but not many offers. They all told me to go to junior college. Well, I didn't go to junior college. Some other Division III school offered me, pretty much a full ride for Division III. Hey, you want to come here for a year? Yeah, I'm in. So I went down there, kicked ass for a year, cut my finger off, cut my pinky off lifting weights right before the last game. Rookie of the year in the conference, everything was going good, was planning on transferring into Northern Illinois University, and then went back to a community college, and my grades went to shit.
Why did you go to shit? Were you just distracted, didn't like to study?
I don't like school. All I wanted to do was play football. That was it. I'm not,
Yeah, but when you're at the collegiate level, school goes with it.
That's true.
You got to be good enough to play pro before you can scrap all the books.
Yeah.
Hey, man, here's my story. I was in high school. I was a running back. I played linebacker, too. I was a pretty good linebacker. But I like running the football. And, dude, at a 4.9 40, in South Texas, I wasn't fast enough to run east to west. So I ran north and south, and I ran over people. I weighed 205. My line weighed 160, each. So I didn't have no blocking. So I made a lot of yards after contact. Went to junior college.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, man, I'm going to get all these offers from D1, whatever, big school. And not so fast, my friend. I got an offer to go to junior college and a half scholarship to go to Texas Lutheran. Shit, I needed a full ride because, we had to work our ass off. We were middle class, probably just like you.
Yep.
I told my mom's friend, I said, shit, Evelyn, I'll go to Wharton County Junior College. I'll make All-American in a couple of years and go to a big school. Here's the deal. when you go to junior college, there's some motherfuckers that can flat out play football.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the people we just talked about.
Fuck,
you can
especially
make
in
the grade,
Texas.
but you was all state.
Yeah.
So anyway, you had all Americans up there. Yeah, the people just didn't have the IQ, or there was a couple of guys that were dyslexic, couldn't make the grades. Dude, I was lucky to start. I didn't make all conference. So it didn't work out for me. It turned out okay. I had a backup plan with the business of pro wrestling and got a scholarship to North Texas State. So you was in college, playing a little bit of football, and then what was the weight training program like back then? And the collegiate level, because were you strong as fuck coming out of high school?
I benched 405 pounds in high school as a junior.
Oh, that's freaky.
When I was 16. So, I've always been strong, especially my bench press is the strongest lift. And then, I went to college.
But tell me about the bench press real quick. Is it?
It's build the chest, fuck the rest, man.
Dude, you got just gigantic delts, big chest. But is it just pure strength, or is your body got to be built for it leverage-wise? Because, my best bench was 440, but that was just in a gym with a little bounce. Nothing like what you're doing.
Yeah, like a pause and all that
Yeah.
bullshit. I think I'm built for it, And then my old man, like I said, since I was in 8th grade, he had a bench right in our living room. So I'd come home from football practice, 8th grade. He'd be sitting there drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon, and I'd be bench pressing. And he'd be saying, build the chest, fuck the rest. And that's just how I grew up. So I grew up like that. And then, I went to high school and just got, stronger and bigger and more. And, I'd sit in my garage and work out before I'd even go out, That's all I loved. I still love. So
What about the deadlift? I think you're pulling an 8 something?
No, my best pull is 765. That's at 220 weight class.
And squat.
I squatted 804 raw, and then that was the same time I totaled 2028 at 220, which at the time was a current top 5 total of all time. I think it's a current top 10 now of all time.
So your training system, how about that? Oh, because over there in the competitive powerlifting world, as you well know, goddamn, you got Louis Simmons with West Side. You got Ernie France.
Ernie Franz, man. He's
France, however you say his name. But
I love that guy.
Jesus
He's one of my favorites.
Well, I used to, read Powerlifting USA way back in the day.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Dan, our mutual friend, just last night, and it's like, Jesus Christ, Ernie's still around. He's still training. So
I got a video on my YouTube of me and him training at 82 years old. He's deadlifting still. It's great.
Yeah, so guys like that, and then you got, Littlebridge trained the same gym you're training at.
Yep, Ernie Lilbert Sr. That's my coach.
You got a bunch of strong-ass guys. How many? And I read Jim Wimler's book, 531. I've read several books.
Yeah, I've
but I
read
didn't
that
really
one, too.
apply it very well. It could have bridged a few more gaps. And that, for you might understand it better than
Mm-hmm.
me. So the different waves and things kind of threw me off. But here, to get to the question, you in the gym, you're trying to train squat, bench, and deadlift, get your accessory work.
Yep.
How many days a week are you in the gym?
I'm in the gym 4 days a week. Monday and Tuesday, I'm doing kind of accessories more, back, shoulders, arms, shit like that. Thursday night's usually my big bench night. And then Saturday or Sunday, depending on what's going on, heavy squats or heavy deadlifts. So I'd go heavy squats, light deadlifts. The following week, heavy deadlifts, light squats. And that's pretty much Ernie Lilbridge Sr.'s program.
Okay, now will you work up to, based on your last 1 rep max, or say like your last meet or whatever?
Yeah.
Will you get a percentage?
Yeah, I base it
that?
off of percentage.
Okay.
I either base it off my current percentage or a number I want to hit in the meet. Say I want to hit 551 at my bench. That'll be my 3rd attempt. Well, I'll take that, and then I'll base percentages, 10 weeks out all the way up. So, 1 week I'm hitting 82% for so many reps, and so on and so on. So
how long does a gym session take you if it's your heavy day? Because you're taking plenty of time between sets.
Saturdays, it could take 3 to 4 hours for squats and deadlifts. A bench, at least 2 hours minimum. And then the other days, an hour to 2 hours.
What do you think the difference is? Just because I was thinking about this before you came over. I never really gave it that much thought, really. And trying to build strength as a powerlifter versus trying to build size, hypertrophy as a bodybuilder, and the long hours you're spending in the gym, but the slow, training session, high intensity because you're lifting a lot of weights.
Yeah.
But then the bodybuilder, high intensity, but a lot of pumping of the muscle, but also a lot of weights, 6s and 8s.
Yeah.
And you're probably doing 5s, 3s, and doubles, maybe singles.
And some heavy singles.
But you're pretty jacked up as a result of genetics. What's the crossover? What's the correlation there?
Well, Finns have always had good genetics, but I always I started to begin with. I wanted to be strong as fuck and look good naked. So, that's just how I still am. So my squat, my bench, my deadlift, is a powerlifting style. All that's set up powerlifting style. And then I do my accessories more towards like a bodybuilding style, higher reps, not as much rest in between and shit like that. So I still look good naked.
So, and what are you doing nutrition-wise as far as trying to take calories in? Because right now, sitting across from me, what, you 240, 245?
I'm about 245, yeah.
Okay, and if you're going to compete, 220? Or will you ever go back down to 198?
I can't at this time, but
right.
I usually try to stay in the 230s when I compete at 220. I'll lose 6 pounds a week before I'd compete with just carb manipulation, cutting carbs out at certain times, and then about 9 pounds of water weight. So I'd sit in a sauna for like 6 hours. I'd lose all that water weight, get to 220, boom, got 24-hour weigh-in, drink 7 Pedialytes, 2 whole pizzas, hamburgers, French fries, sodium. I'd weigh in at 220. 12 hours later, I'd weigh in at 242. So I'd gain 22 pounds, in 12 hours. I don't know if that's
so what are you doing with your carbs pre-meet? Because they're going to be pretty high for you to be able to drop them and to lose that kind of weight. I just guesstimate what your carb intake is because, like you said, I know your wife's measuring your protein. You shoot for 300 to 400 grams of protein.
Yep.
So what about carbs?
I'd say the carbs would go down to, at least under like 150.
But normal,
normal?
But pre-meet.
Maybe under 75. I'd get him in the morning and maybe before I worked out. Those are the only times I'd eat carbs.
No, but okay, off season.
Off season?
300, 400, 500 grams carbs?
Probably. I'm eating at least a scoop of, rice or potatoes or shit like that every single meal with my, protein.
About 5 meals?
At least 5 meals, protein shakes, protein bars.
Okay, what about the beer drinking?
Oh,
because
God,
a lot of the stuff you post on Instagram. Let's get back to the Instagram account because you're quite an entertaining cat on here. It was funny over there on Mark Bell's Powercast. I said, hey, man, what you looking to be famous or get noticed or what? And it's like you said, you do a lot of this shit just for shits and giggles and because if you're just sitting in a chair, who gives a fuck about you sitting in a chair? Right. All the entertaining stuff you do,
right?
I click on your Instagram account, and either I'm going, wow, or this motherfucker's crazy, or I'm laughing my ass off. So it's some good shit. How do you come up with half the shenanigans you do?
Well, right now, currently, I'm working third shift in the prison. So half the night, I'm working the galleries. The second half of the night, I go up to the tower. So I sit in a tower, and you don't do shit in a tower. You just sit up there. You got your shotgun, your rifle, and you're just staring out into space like.
What are you watching the yard? Are you watching monitors?
No, I'm actually inside.
Okay.
So there's actual towers inside. So I'm just looking at people sleeping. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, what am I good at? Well, I'm good at fucking drinking beer, and I'm good at bench pressing. So I go, I should put those two together. Let's do a 500-pound bench press and add a beer bong. I've never seen anybody do that. And that's just kind of how it all started. Yeah. So then I just sit in the tower at night and just write down ideas. Yeah. Stupid shit just come to my head. And then I go perform the next day.
When you go do some of the stuff at the gym, because there's one video, you're on a true step mill, like the gauntlet, the one where the stairs rotate.
Yeah.
But you know the old school kind of just climb on it, it could kick your ass. And there's a couple of them. But we'll talk about the first one that I saw, and you got 225, got 2 wheels on a bar, 225, and you're walking on a goddamn step mill. You weigh 245. Man, that's 500 pounds right there. I don't know what the weight limit on those things is, but that's got to be approaching it.
Yeah, it has to be.
Did anybody ever come up to you and said, hey, dude, you're too much of an insurance liability. We can have you doing that shit here?
Actually, at my old gym in Joliet, they did, and I'm not allowed back in there anymore. So pretty much I'm at Barbell Central from now on in Aurora if you want to see me.
Can you go back if you don't do the shenanigans? It's just they don't want you there, period.
Actually, I don't think they want me there, period, anymore.
You might have wore your welcome out.
I think I did. I think I did a little too many stunts in that gym.
Okay, so what about the one where you had 225 on the bar no, someone had 225 on the bar on their backs and they were sitting on your neck.
Yeah. Tom Callis, who's a good friend of mine. He's
got to be a good friend because Jesus Christ, you put him in harm's way.
Yeah. Well, he's a world record squatter. He has the all-time world record at 165. And, he put 225 on his back. I picked him up. Then we got on the Stairmaster together, and we it was for Valentine's Day.
He must really trust you or he's...
Well, shit, you see the other one?
Oh, the one on the leg press?
Yeah. That was a dangerous one. Holy shit, I didn't even think it was that dangerous until I saw the video.
Well, I was watching it last night. I never saw the completion of it. Did you end up getting it? Because I think the one I saw, I think you were doing a press, and he was or vice versa? Who was on top?
He was on top squatting while I was doing the leg press and incline benching 315 pounds at the same time.
How many takes did that take?
That was a one-take deal. The only one that took a lot of takes really was I did a 225-pound one-arm bench press. It took about 25 takes because I couldn't get the balance. I kept fucking it up. And then I did it. It looks like it looked easy, but it was fucking hard as shit.
Dude, 225.
While doing a beer bong, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to throw the bear bong in there. That was Miller Lite. Next time it's going to be this Broken Skull IPA, brother.
That Broken Skull IPA, it'll sneak up on you.
I think it is.
Yeah. Have you ever been injured doing any of the stuff you've been doing?
No, I've never been injured doing anything real dumb. The only time I've actually been injured was when I was bench pressing over at Mark Smelly Bell's gym there. I tore my pec tendon off the bone benching 560 pounds.
But you didn't sell it. I mean, you had the 560 on there. I think you missed the limit. They helped you because you just put up 520 or something before.
Yeah, something 520, 525, which we did a Cinco de Mayo little skit for it. I had snorted a line of salt off my arm, squirted 2 whole limes in each eye, took a shot of tequila, went and benched 525 like it was a feather. So, yep, there it is. Mark's behind me. And then, 560, I figured, I got that all day. I just did a 555 like 3 weeks prior to that.
Right.
Felt pretty easy. And then, just never know, it just popped.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You pop the pec, and then the next day, you're in there deadlifting like a motherfucker.
Yeah, deadlifting 500 pounds double
you
overhead.
got a little bit of bruising here,
Yeah.
and then you had to have surgery to fix it.
Yep.
But yet you're pulling, I think you pulled over 5 that day.
Yeah. Well, I figured, hey, Mark flew me all the way out here. I better do some shit, broken pec or not.
How is the pec? I know it's not engaged; it's a back movement. But I mean, when you're doing something like the deadlift, it's kind of an overall body lift. You just had a pretty acute tear. Did you feel that?
Yeah, you could feel it pulling on it pretty good. But
is there
I had a couple beers in me.
But what did you say? Like, hey, man, shit. Come on.
Well,
Tom. All right, I'm kind of some of these shenanigans are getting out of hand. I'm getting beat up here, getting injured. You feel like taking yourself out of harm's way. Will this pec tear impede your ability to get, I guess you're going to try to shoot for 600 or...
Yeah, that'd be the goal right now is definitely 600. It's always been a goal of mine,
So what's the story with the process of getting the chest healed up properly?
Well,
and were they able to reattach that where it was hooked onto?
The surgery went well. They reattached it. It was the pec tendon. And I... have been going to Kentucky, Paducah, Kentucky. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah, maybe a time or two.
To IMAC down there. IMAC Regeneration Center. I've been doing PRP. I drive down there 12 hours round trip once a month, and they give me PRP. They draw my blood, they spin it, they shoot it right back in. And I think within 6 or 7 months, I had benched over 500 pounds again. And the only thing I really did different was that. So I think the PRP is good. It helped me heal pretty fast.
But at 220, I mean, shit, right now, I mean, you could be what? You are top 3, top 5?
Yeah, all time.
All time?
Yeah.
So what's the goal there? I mean...
Well, I don't know. I mean, powerlifting, I don't really feel like powerlifting is like football is a sport. I mean, I took football like it was like fucking everything. I mean, that was my life. Powerlifting is more fun, like... I love being strong. I'll go fucking, if somebody wants to go out bench me right now, I'll go out bench somebody in a garage. I don't care where a meet's at, But I just like to lift weights. So right now, that's just all I like to do. You lift weights and drink beer.
All right, Tom, let me take another pause for the cause right here, and then we're going to talk about bench shirts and gear, about the color you get in some of your videos, and how you got into powerlifting in the first place. And for everyone listening who wants to get stronger too and in better shape but ain't going to be a powerlifter, there's a program that'll work for you, and that's DDP Yoga. Diamond Dallas Page knows how hard it is to get on that path to healthier living and stick to it. And that's why he created DDP Yoga. Dallas gives you all the tools and information you need to eat better, exercise, and monitor your progress. He also offers plenty of his own personal motivation, and right now, he's offering y'all 30% off the DDP Yoga Now app and all DDPY-related merch. You can get 30% off T-shirts, mats, heart monitors, hats, and more. So download the DDP Yoga Now app and get to work. There are so many workouts to choose from, or you can do live workouts from the DDP Yoga Performance Center. And you can do DDP Yoga anytime, anywhere. Just open up the app on your phone or tablet, choose the workout, and go. So get on the DDP Yoga program today and change your life. Just go to ddpyoga.com/Austin and take advantage of this huge sale. 30% off the DDP Yoga Now app and all DDP Yoga related merch. Go to ddpyoga.com/Austin. One more time, that's ddpyoga.com/Austin. If you're in the market for a car, then you need to check out TrueCar.com and the TrueCar app. TrueCar gives you prices and information you need to feel confident about your purchase. When you register with TrueCar, you'll see what other people in your local market paid for the car you want. From there, you can connect with a local TrueCar certified dealer and enjoy a more confident car buying experience. TrueCar shows you real pricing on actual inventory, so you see competitive pricing offered to you by TrueCar certified dealers for vehicles that are actually on their lots. TrueCar makes car buying easy, no matter if you're looking for a brand new or a used vehicle. And there's over 500,000 pre-owned vehicles available from TrueCar certified dealers nationwide, and there are over 13,000 TrueCar certified dealers. And over 2 million cars have been sold to TrueCar users by the TrueCar certified dealer network. TrueCar users save an average of over $3,000 off MSRP. So when you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit TrueCar.com or download the TrueCar app to enjoy a better car buying experience. Some features not available in all states.
Steve Austin, Unleashed.
Okay, right now, man, when I'm looking at you, you probably 10, 12% body fat max. I mean, you're pretty good shape.
Yeah.
So all the beer drinking in the videos.
Yes.
Dude, how much beer are you drinking every single day? And I know you're drinking light beer, but still, that's beer.
Yeah. Well, that's right. You got to watch the beer. Usually once a week I drink, pretty good. And then if I'm doing videos, I'll drink a couple beers here and there, but not much during the week. I have a really strict diet, through my work week. Monday through Friday, my meals are done. I eat pretty strict, kind of like a bodybuilder. And then my weekend, it's like party time. I'll eat pizza, tacos, whatever. Drink beer, have a good time, hang out. And I've been doing that since I've been like 17, and it's worked, and now I'm 34.
Do 5 and 2. If you're doing 5 clean and 2 whatever, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, because that the majority of your time is spent doing healthy things during the training. The other 2 days are the holidays, so you can do that. But the reason I bring that up, because you caught some people throwing some heat at you on Instagram or Twitter, whatever the fuck it was. So, oh man, guys, he's drinking too much or whatever. It's a prop. He's doing it to film the damn thing, so it's not like you're in the gym every single day getting juiced up.
Yeah.
It's just you might have a couple of beers while you're filming one of these things, but by and large, for the most part, you're fine.
It's kind of for show sometimes.
Right.
It's just I throw a beer in there for show. It looks good. It's kind of like who I am, I mean, some people think, oh, this guy, he goes in the gym and just does a dumb video and drinks a lot of beer. Well, I'm not going to look like that if that's all I did. I go in there, I work my fucking ass off for 2.5 hours. Me and my buddy, we have a beer or something. We do a dumb video. We go home, we laugh. I mean, that's what it is.
Well, that's why I get it. Like I said, I say, wow, I'm laughing my ass off. I'm thinking this motherfucker's crazy. I'm thinking, he shouldn't be drinking beer while he's doing that.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah. And who's telling me that? Some 100-pound kid in his grandma's basement? I mean, what the hell?
It's always the people that have the identity of an egg or whatever.
Exactly.
Or just some gimmick. What's the thing called?
Protected profile.
What's that thing called? Your emoji or your, what's it called? Your
handle?
Your Twitter picture, whatever that's called. Your your profile picture, whatever it is. They're like on Twitter, but some people, all of a sudden they got a picture of, I don't know, that tree right there or an egg. And
they got like 2 followers.
Yeah, and they're throwing some shit at you. It's like, okay, hide behind the egg.
Right.
Put your face up there and say shit.
Yeah, come to the gym. You know where I'm at. Barbell Central. I'm there Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Come see me.
Okay, so you work in a prison guard. So what's that? Is that a 40-hour week or y'all working 12-hour shifts?
No.
I mean, what is it?
Well, I'm working 40-hour weeks. And my days off currently are Wednesday and Thursday. Terrible days off, working third shift.
What's the third shift? Is that like
11 to 7?
Okay.
Got to be there at 10:45, which most of the time I'm there about a minute late, just like I was today at your place.
Well, thanks.
God damn it!
You're consistent.
Right.
It's not late if you're late.
I wanted to get here. Yeah, I wanted to get here 2 weeks ago, man. And then I'm late. What an asshole.
What do you do for hobbies?
Fuck. Lift weights, drink beer. Watch the Chicago Bears and the Cubs. Hey, I was on the Game 4 pregame show of the Cubs in the World Series this year as the world's strongest Cub fan, where I was deadlifting 500 pounds with one arm and then hitting empty beer cans with the other for 3 reps.
Man, I always watch baseball right when they start getting ready for playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
The World Series. Okay, but I'm a football guy. So
Me too.
Talking about the Bears, it looks like they're maybe going to release Jay Cutler. What are your thoughts on that? But it's going to be hard to get rid of him because of his deal. No, his guaranteed money's
Yes,
they can
gone. I heard he's going to retire.
Yeah.
Somebody said that today. I just heard that somewhere. I don't know. I mean, I've heard from people that I've known that have met him before, and they say he's a complete asshole. So I don't know him, never met him, but I'm happy when he's gone. Bring back Jim McMahon. That's what I say. Bring back Mike Ditka, the coach.
Yeah.
Who would win a fight? The New York Giants or Coach Ditka? What if the Giants were all giant Ditkas?
So is the Chicago Bears your favorite football team?
Yeah, so Super Bowl Sunday, there's a bar called Fatty's Pub in DeKalb, Illinois that will play the 85 Bears game, January 26, 1986, Super Bowl 20. And I will go there, and I will sit through the whole thing, commercials and all, every year. And then I'll just go home and hardly even watch Super Bowl because that's all I love is the Bears.
What do you think about the Super Bowl this year? Because Atlanta busted out to a hellacious lead at halftime. Then all of a sudden goddamn, I know everybody in the world's a Lady Gaga fan.
Yep.
You are? I'm a little bit more into the hair metal. I'm a little more country music.
I'm all country music. That's all I listen to.
Damn. So I didn't watch the halftime festivities, and that's no disrespect to.
What'd you watch?
I was in here making margaritas because I was drinking. So anyway, my point is, I always like when the analysts break down the show because they do a little bit of right after the post first half, and then they do the Super Bowl, and then they come back to make some adjustments, and they go back to the air and start playing the football game again. Dude, that's all I want to watch. But they don't do that the whole time. They got to do the Super Bowl show for the damn ratings, and so I'm in here making margaritas, and Falcons open up with a hellacious lead. And all of a sudden they come back, and the Patriots, that first touchdown they scored, I said, okay, man. And then, boom, again, Atlanta starts nutting up, holding penalty, sacks, and all of a sudden, boom, Brady's got those son of bitches, and they win the Super Bowl. What were your thoughts?
Well, I wanted Atlanta to win. And then they came up with such a big lead. I'm like, man, this is fucking boring. I kind of want New England to come back just to make it a good game. Well, they came back too much, and then they ended up winning the game. So,
what did you think when Arthur Blank went down there on the sideline?
Yeah, right. He looked pretty sad there with his wife down there, waiting, and then they lost the game. It's terrible.
Hey, do you think it was?
Well, hold on. You're an NFL fan? Who are you a fan of? The Cowboys?
No, I tell this to everybody. I'm like a pro wrestling fan, as it applies to football. I follow the storylines of who the guys are, who the coaches are, who the players are. Here's the thing: a lot of people if you say America's team, Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Everybody loves Cowboys. I like Cowboys too. I'm from Texas. No, but let me continue. A lot of people hate the New England Patriots. Yeah. Oh, Deflategate or Spygate, any kind of gate, front gate, whatever the fuck it was. Mm-hmm. I like Bill Belichick. Yeah. I saw that 30 for 30 on him or whatever it was. Hey, man, that's just a guy who loves to coach football. He's hard-working. He knows his shit. He likes to go bass fishing or fishing.
Yeah, him and Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah. So they go do their thing, man, and he treats the press like he does. I just think he's super smart and he's super cool. And then like Brady, he gets drafted 199. He works his balls off, turns into one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and he marries a supermodel along the way, and he happens to be a great human being. How can you not like that?
Everybody
How can
hates
you
him.
not respect that?
Yeah.
He wasn't in the first round. He wasn't in the first 10, 20 picks, 199.
Yeah.
So he comes back to do that. I got nothing but respect for him. So, like back when the New Orleans Saints won it right after Katrina, Drew Brees is having a hell of a year. He's a Hall of Fame guy. So I was following them at that time. So it's just different teams at different times. And quite frankly, when that game started, it'd been nice to see Atlanta win their first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, like you said, they started off whipping our ass. It's like, man, it would be neat to see Brady get that 5th ring, but it'd be nice to see Matt Ryan get his first ring. And away it came. Hey, man, it's like that one receiver said, I think it was Sanu, for the Falcons.
Yeah.
The guy said, oh, man, they ain't never seen nothing like us. They said, hey, man, but that's Tom Brady. They said, no, we got this. No, I think the halftime was too long, and they just kind of momentum shifted. I think they adrenaline dumped. I think they had it. They thought they had it won. I don't know if it was as much. Tom Brady did pull a comeback out, but also, man, that's just the Patriots believe in Patriots football, and they just stayed the course, and Atlanta got fucked up.
I say go Bears. And the Bears, I don't think they're going to be good for years. I mean, they got problems, big problems.
They got all kinds of problems.
Terrible.
And so they got a long ways.
I mean, who's going to be their quarterback? They don't. Cutler's gone.
Not even in the system.
They got no. I mean, who are you going to? Nobody. Were they going to draft one?
What was that college you say you wanted to go to? Northeastern Illinois?
No, I was very good friends with the head recruiter there. Is Northern Illinois. They were good.
Romo play somewhere.
Eastern. Him and Garoppolo, the backup quarterback for New England.
Garoppolo's hot. They're talking about
coming to the Bears.
Someone wanting to be really.
I heard that they might trade that third pick for Garoppolo.
No, a lot of teams have the hots for that guy. 25 years old, 3 years in the league, been an understudy to Brady. Got to play a couple games.
What happened to the last one?
Jacoby Brissett coming there for a game. Oh yeah.
Remember what's his name? It went to Kansas City. The old backup quarterback from Brady. I forget his name. But, I mean, he was a dud.
Right.
And if Belichick gets rid of him, he might not. I mean, he'd get rid of him for a reason. If he's good, he'd keep him because Brady don't have that many years left.
Man, but that Jacoby Brissett did real good. He broke a bone in his foot in that one game he played.
Yeah.
So he looks very promising. Bud Garoppolo does too. Bill Belichick's smart as fuck because if he's going to trade him, he's going to get some value out of him. Yeah. So either way, but what do you think is going to happen to Tony Romo? Because he's the one that's going to be hard to get rid of because of his contract structure.
I think he's going to come out and he's going to be like Brett Favre. He's going to do the same thing Favre did, right? Favre didn't want to retire. He's with the Packers, so what happened? Favre ended up getting traded to the Jets or whatever the hell happened, I'm pretty sure that's the same thing's going to happen to Romo. Romo will play a couple more years somewhere, and he'll try to, come back and stick it up the Cowboys' ass, probably.
What do you think about him as quarterback?
First off, I don't like the Green Bay Packers. I hate the Green Bay Packers. I'd rather see the Packers lose than the Bears win. And my second...
Why the hate for the Packers?
Oh, man. I'm so sick of the Packers. The cheeseheads, man. Wisconsin's right by us.
Right.
And they've been kicking our ass for how long? And it's just terrible. I mean, the women up there, they got beards. They're bigger drinkers than me. They'll beat you up. I just hate the Packers. I did like Brett Favre though. Once he left the Packers, I was a big fan of Brett Favre's. I was hoping he'd stick it right up their ass,
But I tell you what, man, Aaron Rodgers came in there and
I hate Aaron Rodgers.
There was so much heat between those two.
Yeah,
and it was really seemingly from where I was at on Brett's end. And Aaron was just, man, he was the understudy. All of a sudden, he gets his opportunity. Man, he's smoking. He's playing great football.
Yeah, two of the best quarterbacks
ever. They would
ever
go up there to Chi-Town to play y'all's Bears, and the quarterback was a mismatch there because Cutler could never hang with him. And those two are good friends.
We've had like 40 different quarterbacks, and the Green Bay's had like 2 in 20 years, and they've been like both one of the 2 Hall of Famers,
Right.
It sucks.
Hey, fuck football. Yeah, out here, you live in, Aurora?
No, I live in Plainfield, which is close.
Illinois,
it's outside of Chicago.
I got to give you this one, Illinois.
Yeah, the noise.
Bother you when I say Illinois?
Fuck no, nothing bothers me, man.
Illinois.
Yeah, no, nothing bothers Tom Finn.
Okay, so it's cold as fuck over there right now.
Actually,
you come out here to Los Angeles, you're in your 8-man strong shirt, get the sleeves cut off, it's damn near a tank top.
The people are out here in sweatshirts and shit and jackets. I'm like, this is vacation, baby. We're out here in California.
When you see the city slickers that live here in Los Angeles, when I go to a little grocery store over here, when they're cross street, man, they're all bundled up. They got these jackets like people in Chicago would be wearing for real cold weather.
God, yeah. Like
they're wearing for 55 degrees.
Below zero? I know. It's crazy, man.
So what do you think about the weather out here in the gym system? Obviously you trained at the Mecca. That's a badass gym. But it's even kind of quelled down a little bit because the heyday of bodybuilding, to me, it's never going to be what it was. It's still going forward. It's still around. But back then, everybody who was anybody used to train there. How was the atmosphere there today? And did you draw a lot of looks? Were you throwing shit around, using chalk, yelling? What's the story?
Yeah.
Because you can't find a hardcore gym anymore other than like a Barbell Central, West Side, or I'm not name dropping all these gyms because they're the only ones I know about, but it's hard to find a good power gym. 24-hour fitness, LA
Yeah,
Fitness.
it's not like they got deadlift bars in there.
Dude, you roll in LA Fitness and start pulling 5, 6, 7 wheels off the ground, people shit their pants and run out the doors.
They did. I got a video that I was deadlifting, I think 700 pounds, and people just started, it was Lifetime Fitness, a real fancy joint. I don't know, $100 a month to join or some shit. And I'm deadlifting 700 pounds, and the plates are flying off each rep, each plate, all the way down to the fucking bar. Everybody's turning around, what the hell's going on over there? But, yeah, there's no gym like the gym I train at. I love that gym. I've done so much dumb shit in there. There's so many strong guys in there. For one, it's the atmosphere. Atmosphere is the best. You need that atmosphere to be the best. You got guys like Eric Lillibridge. He's fucking squatting 1,000 goddamn pounds.
Jesus Christ. I was looking on your Instagram account, and all of a sudden I was talking to my buddy, our mutual friend, Dan. So I was looking on Eric's account. I was like, God damn, that's the first time. I'd been hearing about the Little Bridge name forever.
Yeah.
And, man, I stopped, is Powerlifting USA still around?
The magazine?
Yeah.
No, the only magazine that's a powerlifting magazine right now is Mark's, the Power magazine.
Okay, you have to turn me on to that. But I kind of, I'm not real current, but since I'm good friends with Smelly at Super Training, I stay in touch with what's going on. But hell, I'd been hearing about Little Bridges, and Dan kept talking about them. So I said, let me check these guys out. Holy fuck. That dude is big as shit.
Yeah.
300 pounds? How tall is that
315, I don't know, maybe 5'11", 6 foot, probably 5'11", 310 pounds.
That dude is solid, strong as a motherfucker.
One of my favorite videos was when he was, a couple years ago, we were all at this one other gym, and him and this other guy, Derek Kendall, were chasing a 1,000-pound squat at the time. Oh, man. He passed out doing 881 for like 4 or 5 reps, racks it, blood's coming out of his mouth, his nose, and I think his ears. He passes out. What do? Let him lay on the ground. They're just putting more plates on. More plates. Who gives a shit? Somebody might give him a towel or something, kick him in the ribs. Let's go. More plates. In the atmosphere like that, you can't ask for a better atmosphere. And that's how it started. Like, I was benching 500 pounds and drinking Miller Lite and not competing. Ernie Lowbridge Sr. is like, who is this fucking Tom Finn guy? He's benches 500 pounds. He's just some idiot. He needs to come train with me. This guy could be the best in the world tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll come over there and train with you. So then I got serious. I think it was my second or third meet within a couple months. And like I said, I told top 5 total of all time. Thanks to Ernie Sr., it just kind of, pushing me towards it.
Hey, I want to go back to the motivation thing, and I want to ask you about Ernie Sr.'s training program, because obviously they've had a lot of success. Jesus Christ, those guys have built like a brick shit house. When you go to the gym, like when goals, you got motivation. Mm-hmm. Like I'm sure if you went to your gym, Barbell Central, all the dude, y'all got probably 10 guys in there that should squat at least 600-700 pounds.
Oh, I mean, yeah, for sure, easily.
I mean, we have higher weights than that, but I mean, into the real elite category. Yeah. But I mean, if you go in any gym, you're not going to have hardly anybody that's going to squat over 3 wheels.
Yeah,
315 pounds, because nobody squats heavy in most of the gyms across USA anymore.
True.
So what's the motivation for you? I mean, Little Bridges keep you going. I mean, is it just your self-drive, or just because something you love to do? I mean,
all the above. I love to do it. It's all I know how to do. And if I'm ever not motivated, I just kind of watch maybe. I like Mark Smelly Bell's video, the "Fuck Your Elbow" video. I love that video. I used to watch it all the time.
I always do a video for that. What's the "Fuck Your Elbow" video? I haven't seen that one. He did one a year or two ago.
It wasn't his video.
Right.
Somebody made it about him, and it starts off. It's like, I fell with 1,000 pounds on my back, and I don't need help because I'm a man, or some bullshit. He fall down, and it's great. Like Metallica 1's playing in the background, and he's talking a little bit, and it goes in. I don't know. It's just a great video.
Hey, speaking of the 1,000-pound squats, this is something that flashed through my brain a while ago. I'm glad you brought that up. Falling down with 1,000 pounds on your back. These days, with how long has the monolift been around now?
Ernie Franz invented it.
Did he?
Supposedly, Ernie Franz invented it and made no money off of it. Yeah.
God damn. Well, when did that thing come about, though?
God, I would guess in the 90s sometime.
Okay, so anyway, like when you come out with a heavy squat, back in the old days, you have to pick it out of the squat rack, walk it back, knee wraps, everything on belt, squat, get red lighted, green lighted, dump it, whatever, walk it back in, and then put it down. See, these days with the monolift, just
there's a big thing in powerlifting now. People walk their squats out. Some people don't walk their squats out. I mean, who gives a shit? So one day I took 600 pounds knee sleeves, walked it out the gym, 50 yards, out the door, outside. It was -10 that day. And I squatted it to depth.
I saw it.
And then I turned around and walked it back in, and the guy got scared, stopped recording, and followed me back, and I got pissed. Honestly, that was the hardest thing I've ever done. I couldn't breathe for like an hour after that.
Really?
Yeah. It was tough.
Oh, my question is, so these days, like at a meet, if a guy is going to get crumpled, what was the weight that Ed Cohn was squatting? Wasn't it Ed that went down and got crunched? Many years ago?
There's been a few. I know.
Okay, my point is, why don't they have like a safety strap?
They do. Sometimes they don't use them, though. They have those straps. You ever see them? Sometimes they don't use them.
God damn it, just seems when you start handling that kind of weight and things go south, because,
Yeah,
you know,
you
even
blow
if
a
you
knee
get your
out.
spotters, when you're talking about north of 800, I mean,
Right.
fuck, north of 600,
Yeah.
and it goes cattywampus on you, that's a fucked up situation. Now the guy's pushing $1,000, more than $1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it only makes sense. Use the straps, the gimmick straps, whatever you want to call them, safety straps.
Yeah. Well, some people don't like it. I mean, they train without them.
Okay, let's talk about powerlifting for a second. You're going into a meet. You love competition, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then you always start off with the squat.
Yep.
Okay, the ammonia. Is that something that you employ before every single lift? Or whatever it is, the smelling capsules. What the fuck is that?
I mean, I don't really care about ammonia.
Well, I mean, I see you use some in your videos, or you're snorting chalk.
Yeah,
you're
you-
fucking around. So, I mean, give me the deal.
Well-
about what I'm trying to get to is, what is your mindset when you're fixing to start on your approach? You get 3 lifts. You're gonna
Usually
stagger
my
them out.
top lift, I'll do something
Yeah.
to just get me fired up as fuck. Sometimes I use that, you know, like shake it around, you smell it, kind of, you know, it's like it'll kind of make it tear up a little bit, especially if it's fresh. But a lot of times I like to take a shot of whiskey, and that fires me up. It does, because like beer is going to fill you up. You take a shot of whiskey, it fucking gives you that heat in your gut. You know what I mean?
Is that allowed in competition?
I don't think so, but I usually put it in something else so people don't know what it is.
Kayfabe, that's what it'd be.
Yeah,
we were
kayfabe
saying
it.
the wrestling
Yeah.
industry. So you got the kayfabe whiskey shot. Okay, like it is a well-documented fact that in a high state, I don't know, not a high state of awareness, but preparedness, you know, if you're psyched up, rather than just going, okay, I'm going to lift this.
Yeah.
Real calm, cool. Well, what kind of lifter are you?
Oh, I get psyched out. My wife always gets pissed at me. I'll come home, and I always, if I have a heavy bench that day, I hit my bar because I line my forehead up with that bar. Right in the center is where my forehead should be. So I make sure it's lined up there, and I'll hit it as hard as I fucking can. I'll start bleeding everywhere. I don't give a fuck. I don't even feel it because I'm so psyched up, and that psychs me up even more. So
what's the worst accident or incident that's ever happened to you, whether it was on a squat, shitting your pants, blowing a wheel out, I mean, a heavy dead where you pulled your pec, heavy bench, or like a deadlift? What's the worst thing that's happened to you in your career or just in your lifting endeavors?
the pec tendon was probably the worst because I was pretty much at my peak at the time. I mean, I was, squatting well over 800 pounds, approaching maybe 800-pound deadlift, and my bench was at an all-time high, and then that happened. And it kind of just, blew a tire out.
Well, goddamn, 16 times 16 plus 5, what's that, 21?
Yeah, I wanted to go at least over 2,100 was my goal.
It's
But
kind of like superhuman.
then I fucking blew the pec out.
How'd that fuck your mind up? Depression, down in the dumps. I know you were laughing.
For
the next
like
day with smelly
6 weeks was bad. 6 weeks was bad, definitely
that
bad.
sucks.
I had my arm taped to my side. I couldn't take a shower. My wife had to not wipe me, but clean me up in the shower and shit. I'd be downstairs listening to this old country song. It's called something about on a slow train to Georgia. I'll be better off in a pine box on a slow train to Georgia. I would listen to that song on repeat and just drink. And my wife would come downstairs. Everything okay down there? I'm like, yeah, why? Well, it's dark down here. Listen to sad country songs and drinking by yourself.
Is that Clint Black?
No, it's like Doug
I'd
something.
be better off. But I know it's.
I'd be better off in a pine box on a
I
slow
know
train
the
to
song.
Georgia.
Yeah.
But that might not be the worst. I mean, I cut my finger off, like I said, in college, my pinky. Got
Yeah,
that
but that was a weird incident. You had dumbbells sitting by the bench. You went to drop your dumbbells that you had. The guillotine effect was in a
Yep.
fly. And
Yeah. I looked at my finger. I didn't even know what cut it off. I looked at it, thought it was my nail that was cut off or bent up, I look at it again. I'm like, oh, shit, that's my bone.
So when you're deadlifting now, pulling the kind of weights you're pulling, is that the underhand or overhand side?
Underhand, but I
so
mean-
probably would help. I mean,
Yeah. It might help a little bit, but I can double overhand almost 600 pounds, though, still. So it don't straighten out. That's about the only thing.
are you a proponent of like working for grip strength, or do you get enough of that shit hanging on the bar?
No, I don't really do anything for grip strength at all. Some people, I guess, maybe have weak grip strength, but I've never dropped a deadlift because of grip strength. It's because I wasn't strong enough.
No, but I see sometimes, I've always used straps when I train back just to help isolate the lats, just to hang on to shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't got no problem hanging on to nothing, but I just like using straps. Some of it's old school. God damn, you need to work on your grip strength. Hey, fuck you. If you want to go work on your grip strength, go do it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with my goddamn lifting straps.
Yeah. I don't do any type of grip strength training at all, no.
Who is that guy? Jesus Christ. Andy Bolton.
Yeah.
Dude from England, right? Is he from England?
wanna-
He's the first guy to pull 1,000. He pulled 1,006.
Yeah.
Was that in meat or with straps? It was at a gym.
I don't know. I think currently the heaviest deadlift is that guy from England, the world's strongest man, but it's a world's strongest man deadlift.
Yeah, that was.
I just watched his documentary.
That was one of the Magnus.
Eddie Hall. No, Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall?
Yeah, he did it. I think he did it in front of Arnold Schwarzenegger last year somewhere.
Damn, I thought Andy Bolton pulled 10.06 in competition. Anyway, he started off. If I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, if you're a powerlifting aficionado, don't worry about it. My point is, he was going through his warm-up process. He started off with one wheel. Mm-hmm. Man, he had long arms. He's super heavy.
Yeah.
And just
got good leverages.
Yeah, he just pick it up and just put it down.
Yeah.
Same thing, 225, 350. Then all of a sudden, he's got a shitload of weight on the bar. What's the warm-up process for you on something like a deadlift?
Definitely plate flips. You plate flip pretty much all the way up to near your top set. So up to at least 6 plate flips, and 25 plate flips after that.
So you're not a person that was, okay, I'm going to deadlift today. Let me do a set of 10 with 135.
No.
Set of 10 with 225. Just one time.
Yeah. No. I go maybe 5, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, all the way to my top set. Then the top set would be, maybe a max rep set. So whatever the day, it would be maybe 675, 700, how many reps, after that.
What's the Little Bridge system versus what Louis Simmons is doing at Westside versus what Ernie Franz was doing back in the day versus what Mark Bell's doing at Super Training? What's the best way to get fucking strong?
Follow a program. Follow any program. You're going to get strong. I mean, that's the key. If you're following a program, you're going to get strong, no matter whose program it is. I follow Ernie Littlebridge's program because I'm with Ernie Littlebridge, and it's worked great. How many world records have come out of his program? I mean, it speaks for itself. And he's a big proponent. It's kind of similar to the West Side, but he's a big proponent of, heavy top sets, very heavy top sets, singles and doubles.
But I was talking to Dan, our mutual friend at Barbell Central. You guys, well, the word from me to Dan, or Dan to me, was you guys ain't so much into chains.
I've never used chains. I've never used bands.
Okay, what about board presses?
Rarely.
Just to work on that portion of the movement, because I know that's big at Westside.
Well, a lot of people do that because they're shirted benchers.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've incorporated a little bit, but the only thing I've really done, other than just bench pressing, I just bench press. But I'll throw in the slingshot once in a while, especially after a workout or after my top set of bench, just to overload.
Right.
Overload my bench.
How much more? I love, let's say no plug for the, what's it called? The
slingshot.
The slingshot. Goddamn, Mark sent me a couple of those down to Texas.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, as wide as you are, I don't know if you can do it, but I also was able to use them when I was doing the military.
Yeah, you can use them anyway.
Yeah, you can still use it for military press. But I was using them, for my bench, and I was able to put a lot more weight on the bar.
Yeah, for sure.
It was cool for me because it was like a confidence booster. Because I'm not just shit house strong and don't like to train with nobody, so I'm training by myself. But I could put some extra weight on the bar, and
it's a full range of motion too. It's
a
bench. It's not a board press.
What's the story with the bench shirts? Are you wearing one of those?
I've never worn a bench shirt in my life. My bench shirt is the shirt I'm wearing right now. Either that or I'm naked. I've never used one. I don't think I ever will. I think gear was popular in the late 90s into the 2000s, and then all of a sudden Raw just got very, very popular. When I started competing, the first time I ever competed, everybody was wearing gear except for me. I had to wear a fucking wrestling single from my high school. I was 17 years old at the Illinois State meet, Ernie Franz's gym.
Yeah.
Ernie Franz's gym right there on Broadway. I got first place. I was the only guy in a single. Everybody else was walking around, like the Walking Dead.
Was Arcidi wearing a bench shirt when he benched 705 way back in the day? When no one ever... Here's the thing. I'm older than you, but when Ted Arcidi benched 705 and he later tried to get on, have a little bit of a run in pro wrestling, and I was a big Arcidi fan out of Boston, I guess. Was that shirted? It was just like a single ply.
I'm sure it was kind of like a really shitty shirt. They weren't very good at all back then, so I'm sure it was almost a raw bench.
But these days, those goddamn shirts are adding upwards of 300 pounds.
Yeah, I know. It's insane, man. I could bench almost 900 pounds if I threw a shirt on. If I knew how to use it correctly.
I just don't get that.
I don't either.
Who's the strongest guy you've trained with? Probably there, the Little Bridges or Maynooth there in Barbell Central?
Well, I'd say Eric.
You train with Stan Everding?
No, I never trained with Stan. Eric, I've seen him pull 900 plus a few times. Seen him squat 1,000 plus a few times. His squat and his deadlifts are by far, he's one of the strongest guys in the world. I'd say definitely Eric Littlebridge.
Training in there,
Eric Littlebridge or Ernie Franz.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 82 years old.
Yeah. So on your heavy days, are you guys all in there on your heavy day and you support each other, or you're competing against each other, or you're all doing your own thing, but it's a heavy day, so you're all in there on pretty much on the same schedule?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. See, we used to train together a lot, but then it kind of got split up a little bit, and now it's, Little Bridges, they train at weird times. So I'll train with the dad a lot. The dad will help me a lot. But Eric, he's in and out, different times. They got different schedules. See, I got to get out of there at 8 o'clock because I got to go to work at night, He'll show up at like 9, but I'll train with his dad. His dad will help me out, and I don't get to train him as much as I used to.
Let me ask you a question. When you went down to Super Training Gym, that was how long ago?
Cinco de Mayo last year.
So that was, you'd never met Mark Bell?
No, I'd met Mark.
Oh, you had?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd never been to his gym.
Okay.
We had met a few times.
Okay, so what's the story when a guy like him who's a real smart guy and knows his shit and a real strong guy as well. So will he say, goddamn, Tom, try this? I mean, because you're coming from Little Bridge. They know everything. Mm-hmm. They're experts. Their record speaks for itself. They got a hell of a name in the business, the sport. So is Mark's eye any different than the Little Bridges say, or technique-wise?
Yeah. And I'll take anybody's advice, I mean, why not? The guy's been around the sport for how long? I'm going to listen to especially people that have been around and have proven that they're, strong. So, yeah, Mark, he gives me pointers, and, I couldn't really use them after I tore my pec, but, afterwards, and he told me how to rehab. He's like, you need to do this.
What was the mood when you tore that pec? Because, I mean, y'all were having a good time, having a good conversation, all of a sudden, bam, and that's serious business.
Yeah.
Because this is your passion.
Yeah, well, I kind of rolled off the bench a little bit. I grabbed my pec. It felt like I got hit by lightning. And I was like, oh, fuck. This sucks. I knew I tore my pec. I didn't know. Well, I knew I'd be out for a long time, and I tore my pec, but I didn't know it was that bad. I didn't know it was a tendon. Tendon's worse because you have to get surgery, and it takes at least a year, they say, to kind of recover. And I was upset probably for about 3 minutes. And then I was drinking beer again, and I drank a bunch of beer. I got happy again, and we ended up doing the podcast. And Jesus Christ, by the time I did the podcast, I was pretty drunk because I had been drinking so much because I had just torn my pec. So I probably had, I'd say, 16 beers before we started that podcast, and then I drank about 6 during the podcast. So I didn't even remember what I said on the podcast.
Man, for just watching your videos and listening to your talk, your attitude on life, you're a glass half full guy.
Oh, definitely.
Not half full of beer, but I mean, you're positive.
I hope it's half full of beer.
Yeah. Because a lot of people would have just.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people would have been really, really down. I mean, it's a major injury, but it happens. Shit happens, and just deal with it. Let's have a couple beers.
Would it have been better if that had been a muscle tear?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Muscle tears come back a lot faster. It could be a couple months.
Sounds the exact opposite to me. I'd never torn my pec, but I hadn't put enough weight on the bar to tear my pec. But it seemed like the muscle would be harder to repair.
Well, you don't have to get
a torn tricep. That's why this arm doesn't straighten out any further than that. But
I used to try to walk like that because that's what I thought you walked. With that curved arm like that to stick out. I was just copying you.
People think, hey, he just doesn't straighten his arm.
Yeah, right?
Want to. No, that's a fucking real gimmick. I got so much calcium in my elbow. I saw the best. I saw Andrews down in Birmingham.
Yeah.
I saw Elatrish out here in L.A. They both looked at it, took pictures of it. And I said, man, can you get this thing to straighten out? And both of them, world-class. And they said, dude.
Well, how do you lock out your bench press?
I don't. I mean, on this arm, that's a locked-out bench press. This arm, it still straightens out all the way.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not competing, so it don't make a fuck.
Yeah.
So if I say, okay, I'm benching X amount, you say, no, you didn't lock that right arm out.
You didn't lock that out, Steve.
Yeah, for me, that's what I bench. But it's interesting because it's been like it so long, I just compensate on everything. It's like having an arm that's 3 inches shorter.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to throw a straight right hand, just step back 3 inches, I'll miss you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Hey, I know you're a wrestling fan, so I had something I was going to show you over here. It's right here on my dryer, on my washing machine. Hang on. Kristen, can you hand me that thing?
This sounds good.
I'm not giving this so much to you. I just want to show it to you.
Holy shit. I'm going to have to get this.
All right. Tom, this right here is the WWF Intercontinental Heavyweight Wrestling Championship belt. I won that son of a bitch from... I guess I won it off Owen Hart. I can't remember it. But when I got
you won it off Owen Hart, right?
Yeah, when I got dropped on my head.
Yeah.
And East Rutherford, New Jersey, at Meadowlands Arena, was paralyzed for about 60 seconds.
I was watching that live.
People. That was the belt that was on the line. And I think Warrior probably had that belt. I think Steamboat and Savage both had that belt. Brett had that belt. Sean had it. Razor might have had it. And when I got dropped on my head and I got that belt back, I told Vince, because I had to take some time off, I said, I'm keeping that belt. I said, it means a lot to me. You can get another one made, but the belt's coming with me. He said, okay, Steve. No, he was real nice. It's his belt. He could have said no.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the damn real deal.
Damn,
I don't know how old that belt is, but that's a bad motherfucker.
Holy shit, dude.
What do you think about that?
It's a lot heavier than I thought.
And, man, that thing's got some miles on it because, like I said, all the guys that drug it.
How do I look?
You look like a fucking champion.
I feel like a champion. Jesus. I was watching that live. I think I was probably 15, 16.
Yeah.
We were watching it at my house, my old man's house, a bunch of us. I'm like, I think something's wrong with Steve. What the hell? What's he doing? Because I remember when you rolled him over.
Yeah.
I'm like, this some bitch still going to get it, I guess.
If you get back on YouTube and you watch that, I got dropped on my head and it's like a big gong went off. Pow.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm fucked. I can't move. But the thing about it was, I don't know if I was concussed or not. I was definitely, because in the footage backstage afterwards, I was shook up. I was pretty emotional, but I never panicked. And right then, I said, I can't move. I said, give me some time, because the stipulation of that match was it was a kiss my ass match.
Yeah.
If I lost, I had to kiss his ass.
Yeah.
Vice versa. But the deal was the title was on the line. I was supposed to win it with the Stone Cold Stunner. Obviously, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And so after I laid there for about a minute. Finally, when I rolled over to my belly, I said, okay. I told Earl, I said, tell him roll up for the win. And if you watch that video back, I'm so paralyzed when I try to come up, my hands don't work. So I'm on my forearms, and I'm thinking, ain't no way I'm just going to lay there and let the paramedics come get me. I'm going to face a goddamn match. I fucking love that shit. What you do.
Yeah.
And so if you watch me try to bend this knee, because the left leg got more nerve damage than the right leg, it takes an act of God for me to bend that leg, and I crawl over to him. I barely grabbed his.
Yeah, it was such a weird wrap. I remember.
It was the worst roll-up in the history of the business. Yeah. And then he kicked out on 3, which was kind of another blow to the neck, and I just laid there like a pile of shit. And when those referees picked me up, 3 of them picked me up, and the lights were on, and I held that belt up to signal the crowd that I was okay, but there wasn't nobody home. And so that was a rough day at the office, but I thought you'd enjoy it.
Oh, I fucking love it, man. I mean, this kind of stuff, that's what puts you over the top, too. Stuff like that. The Bret Hart match, I mean, it's insane. A lot of fun. The bleeding.
Hey, you did a video on your Instagram account. It was the one where you got hit in the head with it was a board.
Oh, it was a big piece of drywall.
A big piece of drywall.
Yeah.
But he hit you on top of the head. I thought you gaffed yourself because you bled from your forehead. What did you do?
I cut myself. Yeah. I cut myself.
Who taught you how to make a blade?
Nobody. Took my blood.
So what'd you use?
A knife.
Really?
I took a knife. There's another one.
You did a pretty good job.
There's another one where I was bleeding when I did a deadlift. This was maybe a month or 2 prior to that. Right. The guy hit me over the head with a baking pan. Well, I said, well, this baking pan's not going to cut me open. How am I going to bleed? Because I want to bleed.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I got a knife. So he started cutting me. I should have recorded this. This is probably the best part. I should have put that out there. So he starts dragging the knife over my head and just bleeding. And I'm like squeezing it to make more blood come out. But yeah, it's made the video better, I thought.
Well, next time don't squeeze, just kind of push. Like you're trying to push up a big bench press or squat or dead or something like that. You push, that blood will come out.
I should have called you.
I'm not encouraging you to cut your head on any more.
Wait till my next one.
Yeah.
It's going to be bleeding terrible.
But what were you thinking? It's like all of a sudden you start inserting a sharp object into your forehead and pulling. It's like, hey, what the fuck am I doing here?
I wasn't thinking at all. That's probably what it was. Just wasn't thinking. Half the time I don't think. I said, I seen this on TV. I saw Steve Austin is bleeding everywhere. That was fucking my favorite. When he was coming up out of that sharpshooter, there's blood coming down. Because originally when I was with Mark, the day I was going to bench a PR the first day. The second day, I was going to deadlift a PR. And on that deadlift PR, I was going to cut myself open. I said, I want to, how Steve Austin looked when he was coming up out of that sharpshooter, and it's just blood coming out of your teeth and all that. I'm like, that's how I want to look when I'm coming up. When it's passing my knees, just blood just squirting out. Everybody's just cheering me on. That was the goal. Well, then I tore my pec tendon, and the rest was history. Well, and I didn't get to do it.
Don't do me a favor. Let's not go that direction.
Can you cut me open tonight?
No.
Okay.
No, I'll hit you in the head with that belt and cut you open.
Oh, God, that'd be awesome.
And that's just for being late.
Well, I would take it. I'd take it like a champ.
What's next for you?
Shit, I don't know. What do you think I should do?
Oh shit, I don't know. But I mean, you gonna train for a contest or?
Well, yeah.
How
probably
important is competing for you? Because I mean, it just seems to me like in watching your interviews with Mark over at Super Training, I mean, it's just kind of something you do. But
yeah, no. After I got hurt, I haven't competed in a while. Just mainly focused on getting stronger again, recovering. But I'm pretty much fully recovered. I could probably compete again here in the next couple months. I'll probably put something together, maybe May, June. Compete again. Who knows what could happen after that? I don't know.
Hey man,
maybe get in the business.
Every night, dude, you're 34. You better do something. You're gonna get in the business.
Maybe I better drive down to Florida tonight.
A lot of times people say, "Okay, man, Mount Rushmore pro wrestling is this," and then people throw out their goddamn names. If there's a Mount Rushmore of powerlifting in your mind, who would be on the Mount Rushmore powerlifting?
Oh, geez, Ed Cohen, Ernie Franz. Jeez, that's tough. How many people are on there?
Yeah,
is it 4 or 5?
I think it's 4.
Definitely Ed Cohen and Ernie Franz were two of the best. And I would say, God, I don't know who the other two would be.
Goddamn, did you
It's
ever,
tough.
were you too young to remember Doug Furness?
Yeah, well, I don't know who that is at all.
Oh my God, he got into the business as in pro wrestling, but holy smokes, he used to be a running back for Tennessee.
Yeah.
And then he got into powerlifting. And I'll show you a video when we get through with the podcast.
Yeah.
But you talk about some wheels on him. Unbelievable drop kick. One of the best in the history of the business. I guess he competed 275. The night Hatfield put up 1,000, I think Dan squatted 975, and I think it was 242 or 275. I think it was 242. But anyway, he blew 975 up like it was nobody's business. And anyway, he was one of the greatest powerlifters. Man, if you don't know about Doug Furness?
No.
I'm going to give you a history lesson in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But would Bill Kazmaier be on there?
Oh, yeah, Kazmaier for sure. I mean, world's strongest man. I mean, he's awesome. Definitely him. I don't know, maybe Brian Shaw now. How many world's strongest men has he won? But he's a world's strongest man. Milanichev, Lillibridge. I don't know, there's tons of names out there. The Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
Jimmy.
Do you know him?
No, I don't think I've ever. I might have met Jimmy one time. There's been so many times I've been hitting over the head with a steel chair, and I tell my wife I forget shit all the time, and she knows. She lives with me for 12 years now. But hell, I was sitting there thinking a few years back, man, it'd be cool to meet Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I was looking at some old pictures, and there's me and Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And we're sitting there talking to Muhammad Ali. And the head with so many steel chairs, I forgot I met Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
There's a guy out of Tyler, John Enzer.
Yeah.
Had a good deadlift. I think it was $165, $181. But a long-haired guy. I was in college. It was about 83. I was living in East Texas with my brother. Working summer job hauling drilling mud. I see this guy coming there, and he wouldn't bench press very much. He wouldn't squat an average weight, but all of a sudden he's coming to the deadlift. That was his lift.
Yeah, some people got good leverages, man.
Yeah, he was just deadlift like a motherfucker, and he's ended up inventing the Enzer power suits that everybody still wears.
But Jimmy Valiant, my friend, I met him when I was younger. When I was 18, he wanted to get me in the business. This was down in Peatone, Illinois. He goes, I'm going to train your brother. And I don't know how old he was. I mean, he was old. He's got that long, weird hair. He's coming out to New York City up. He's fucking doing the best. It was awesome. I loved it.
So, how many brothers you got?
I got one brother, Joe.
Does he lift too?
He lifts. He's got the height. He's about 6'3", 6'4", about 240, 250.
What's he do?
He is iron worker.
Does he power lift, bodybuild?
No, just lifts weights pretty much in his basement. Works a job, lifts weights. Just had a kid.
Strong dude?
Yeah, he's got the fin strength. He's a bencher. Like my dad, that's all he did was bench press. He bench pressed and did bicep curls. And that's where I got the name, or the phrase, build the chest, fuck the rest. That was his motto. Big bench. That's all we need, brother. Big bench. Build the chest, fuck the rest. That and okay, bye. I say okay, bye all the time.
I was going to ask you about that. Who invented that?
Well, there was a guy, but he's like 60 years old, and he lived down the street from me. And he was inducted to the Illinois State Hall of Fame as being a fan of the game. So he'd always come to all the football practices, all the baseball. He'd come to everything. And he'd always talk to me all the time. He asked me what time practice was. And we'd be talking on the sidewalk, and all of a sudden we'd be mid-sentence, and he'd go, okay, bye. Put his head down, just take off. Or I'd be on the phone with him mid-sentence. Okay, bye. So we just became a joke between me and like my dad and we just always go, okay, bye. And now I just put it after everything. That's how it just all started.
That's a great tagline.
Oh, it's great. It's a great way to end everything.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Yeah.
You had some beer koozies made with okay, bye.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you got a website you sell all your shit on? What do you do?
Well, I got Huck Finn Power. Right now I just got, beer koozies. I had shirts. I sell a lot of those. I'm going to have to get some new shirts made up and just, training, shit like that. So, but yeah, I love beer koozies. It's great. I didn't want business cards. I wanted beer koozies, man. So if anybody's coming to the Arnold, when is that? March 3rd? I'll be there. I'll be at the Pioneer Fit booth. I'm doing a meet and drink. So the guys from the Pioneer Fit guys are building me a bar onto their booth where there'll be bar stools, beer, and you can come meet Tom Finn at 1 o'clock Saturday.
What's
March 3rd.
Pioneer Fit guys? What is that?
It's a company out of Texas. Was it Coleman, Texas?
Yeah.
Great guy. Matt Hayden. He owns a belt company down there. They make all these custom belts and all this shit. Great belts. I got tons of the belts. And he's a good guy. So
the Arnold is where? Columbus,
Ohio. Are
you a bodybuilding fan?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that's kind of how you start. I looked up to like some of those bodybuilders. Kind of. I like pumping iron and shit like that. That was kind of motivational in the beginning.
But the Arnold's turned into a hell of an event where just
it's huge. Like
the contest, but Jesus Christ, everything under the sun, fitness oriented, is there.
Everything's there. It's huge. I was there last year. I actually got to lift in the animal cage last year, which was. It was crazy. I got the deadlift inside the cage. I came out to one of your songs. So I went 700, 740, 776. I don't know what I did. 3 of my top deadlifts, I came out to a wrestling theme. I was drinking beer, obviously. Then everybody is just packed watching you inside of this cage. So I come out to Stone Cold right off the bat. I'm chugging beer. I deadlift 700 pounds. Next thing I come out, Hulk Hogan. I'm Real American. Fucking crowd's going wild. Last set, I'm chalking up. Ultimate Warrior's theme song comes on. Dun, dun, dun. I'm shaking the cage, going nuts. It's fucking crazy. I loved it. And it was like the greatest atmosphere ever to lift in. So that was last year. This year I'll be doing a meet and drink instead.
Man, that's a great idea. I don't know why I never thought about that. A meet and drink.
Yeah, meet and drink's the best, man. Get paid to go drink beer? I mean, I can't ask for anything more than that.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey, let's wrap this thing up. What do you want to plug? You got your Instagram account. What is it?
Huck Finn Barbell.
Spelled Barbell.
Yeah, Huck Finn Barbell. It all started because my very first meet, I wasn't like with anybody. You have to write down your team name. So everybody's got these team names and everything. Well, fuck it, I'm Huck Finn. I'm Huck Finn Barbell. This is the only team I go with. So it's kind of started like that. Then it was a joke, so I put Huck Finn Barbell as. I didn't think my Instagram would take off like it did. So I go to like Las Vegas. I go to, everywhere. Some people kind of recognize me. They buy me beers. They're like, hey, it's Huck Finn. I'm like, no, I'm Tom Finn, but yeah, thanks. Buy me a beer. So, yeah, Huck Finn Barbell on Instagram. And then, was it Tom Finn JR on Twitter? Just Tom Finn on Facebook.
All right.
Yeah.
What are supplements you believe in other than the protein powder? You into creatine, anything like that?
Branched chain amino acids, protein powder, whey protein, casein, Quest protein bars. I love those. You ever eat those?
Yeah.
I eat one of those every morning. Then I cook my eggs. That's a ritual every morning. Usually a White Monster, protein bar with peanut butter on top, 8 eggs, potatoes every day, and a Miller Lite, and a Stone Cold IPA.
I dig it. Anything else you want to plug?
HuckFinnPower.com and Huck Finn Barbell. Find me on Instagram. I'm going to be making a lot of stupid shit. If anyone wants to see that latest video where I took paintballs to the gut and chest and I still got the bruises.
Well, I heard Dan had to talk you into wearing the eyewear.
Yeah, I didn't want to wear it.
Dude, if it got clipped in the eye, you'd be missing an eye right now.
Well, I was going to close my eyes.
Well, still, if you got hit in the eye, you're done.
Oh, if you close your eyes, it still could hurt?
No, yeah, you'd have an eye patch on, you'd be seeing out of one eye.
Well, thank you, Dan.
I'm giving you a heads up. Yeah, you use your eyewear when you fuck with the paintballs.
Well, I did. I didn't have a cup. I went and looked for a cup. I couldn't find a cup anywhere. I went to like Dick's Sporting Goods. There's no cups. I mean, who sells? I need a cup. I don't want to get hit in the balls. Yeah. So I couldn't find a cup anywhere, so I used a fanny pack. I put a fanny pack around my waist.
At least you were smart to do that.
Yeah, I didn't want to get there. Yeah, I didn't want that to go,
Yeah, well, he's been blinded in both eyes.
But his dick still works.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Hey, man, thanks for coming by the crib.
Yeah, no problem, brother. Thanks for having me.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, everybody, give me a go-home cue. So I'm going to wrap up his podcast and ride off in the sunset. I want to thank my guest, Tom Finn, for coming all the way from Illinois to the crib here at 317 Gimmick Street in Los Angeles, California. If you want something to watch, Fuck YouTube. Well, you can find Tom Finn all over YouTube, as a matter of fact. But you can also go to his Instagram account, Huck Finn Barbell, and see this crazy strong motherfucker do some of the damnedest things I've ever seen in the vein of strength and crazy shit. A fun guy. He's strong as shit. I think he's funny as shit. Some people hate his guts. Where you fall in that damn thing is up to you. But the dude just living life, having fun, and being strong. I dig him the most. ProWrestlingTees.com/Steve Austin has all the shirts that I wore while filming this last season of Broken Skull Challenge. They're available right now at ProWrestlingTees.com/Steve Austin. And the best damn IPA on the planet is Broken Skull IPA at El Segundo Brewing Company. And if you're in California, they sell it at Whole Foods and Total Wines. If you ain't in Cali, check out InsideTheCellar.com to see if they ship to your state. And you can find everything at my website that is Steve Austin related, BrokenSkullRanch.com, including the Cold Steel Broken Skull knife. I got to say one more thank you to all the fine sponsors of the Steve Austin Show, and that's how I'm able to do this podcast for you twice a week for free. And you can find all my sponsors at PodcastOne.com. Just click on the Killer Deals button at the top of the page and then click on the Steve Austin Show banner. And just a reminder that the Steve Austin Show is also a participant in the Amazon Associates Program, an affiliate advertising program designed to provide a means for me to earn fees by linking to Amazon.com. And you can link to Amazon at PodcastOne.com by clicking on the Killer Deals button at the top of the page. Hey, folks, keep listening. The 60-second AP News headlines are coming up next. Until then, my name is Steve Austin, and I will catch your ass down the road.
Download new episodes of Steve Austin Unleashed every Thursday at PodcastOne.com. That's PodcastOne.com.